Tell you.
Awesome, guys. Welcome to our New Year's kickoff recap executive training. My name is Brittany Cara, and I want to welcome you guys. I know Rebecca Cafiera and I are not financially linked in Isagenix, but we just adore each other, and we've trained together multiple times over the years, and so we wanted to really start connecting our teams together here. I'm in the Central Coast, she's in Northern California, but we have team members from all over tuning in. So this is the first time you guys are joining us. If you're Elevate Your Life or Choose Your Life Now or whatever team you're on, we're one team in Isagenix. So welcome, welcome. It's wonderful to see everyone's faces. So just by a show of hands of the people that I can see, how many of you were live at NYKO? Awesome. Quite a few of us. Okay. And if you tuned into the live stream, you weren't able to be with us there. Hopefully you found value in that too. As a really powerful event, but we felt like there was a couple things that we just want to really solidify for our teams as we move forward in 2018. So today we're going to keep it quick and short, but we're going to give you a lot of value. So what I'm going to be talking about, and then I'm going to introduce Rebecca at the end to close it out. She's got some amazing things to share with you guys. But we're going to really talk about setting specific goals for the 90-day game plan. This wasn't really talked about in detail at NYKO, so we felt like we wanted to bring people in to really getting clear on what is your income goal for the next 90-day game plan. So if you don't have a 90-day game plan, and you weren't at New Year's kickoff, we all got one in our backpack, obviously. But if not, you can print these out on isagenixbusiness.com. If you're brand new to building the business, you're just going to go to isagenixbusiness.com and you can print out your 90-day game plan. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I think the whole thing for sometimes new business people coming in after 10 years in this company, I think for some people can be a little bit confusing. So I'm just going to break down the top points that you really want to kind of pay attention to. But number one, we're going to talk about setting that income goal. So what does that look like for you? Where are you currently at in your life? And where do you want to be in the next 90 days, linking arms with the Isagenix opportunity? Okay. So I want to just kind of just the initial ones, 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, really getting yourself into full-time income mode. And if you're a leader and you're on the line, I know we have got several millionaires on this call right now and you've passed those ranks, you still want to assist your leaders in understanding, your new leaders that are rising up, understanding how powerful these rank advancements can be. So I want to just kind of go over those fundamentals of we always want to be enrolling and we always want to be rank advancing. Those are the two fundamentals. So if you're taking notes, write that down. Your fundamentals in your business that never change are number one, you enroll. Number two, you help rank advance. Super simple. That never changes. There was a lot of leaders that talked about this on stage this weekend, that sometimes when you get to a certain level, you think you can kind of coast or take your foot off the gas, but you don't want to. You always want to be enrolling and you always want to be helping your team rank advance. Okay. So looking at the rank advancements for the next 90 days, who on your team, if you've already hit 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star and above, who on your team are you going to reach down and help build to 1-star, 2-star, 3-star? So going over those first benchmark rank advancements are so critical for people to understand, because let's be real, you guys, the compensation plan for most people coming in is confusing. They're not going to see the giant picture right away, right? So you want to give them bite-sized, tangible nuggets that they can grab onto and they can go for it. So that first benchmark that you want to really teach your team is, of course, the 5-cycle bonus. I don't think it's talked about enough, but it's so powerful. You get someone starting to cycle 5 times a week, that is life-changing for 99.9% of families. Okay, so don't minimize if you've hit 2-star, 3-star and above, don't minimize that 5 cycles for a new person coming in. That literally can be the pivotal thing that makes them stay on your team forever because they made that 5-cycle bonus. Because really, that 5-cycle bonus, you guys, that's a $540 week. I mean, you're basically making 1-star before you have hit 1-star with the 5-cycle bonus. So we know that you get the 250 the first time you hit it, and then you hit it again. So you can get that bonus up to 2 times. It's 250 for the first time, 250 for the second time, total of $500 for that first 5 cycles. Usually when someone goes manager halfway to director, they're going to have enough volume in their organization to do this. If they have banked volume, it can happen faster, okay? And obviously, if they're enrolling with value packs and higher BV packs, they're going to hit that 5-cycle bonus much faster, okay? So that next rank that you really want to share with your team is that 1-star bonus. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I always want to build executives to get that 1-star bonus because they can hit it in the silver circle But if they're hitting those bonuses before they go executive, of course, they're missing out on that executive match. So you don't want to just be having people chase cycles. You really want to teach people how to build teams too. Okay. But the 1-star bonus, you guys, it's an extra $1,000. And let's just talk about the 1-star income really quick. 1-star Golden Circle, 10 cycles a week is what the average teacher in the United States of America makes. I want everyone to just stop and just think about that. Like, think about how hard teachers work. Think about how long they go to school, the types of situations they have to deal with on a daily basis. And that's the first real rank in our company that they can hit and replace their income. So 1-star is phenomenal for people. 10 cycles a week is life-changing for a lot of families. Okay. And then moving up, of course, the 2-star bonus, that's an extra $2,000. And back up really quick. The 1-star bonus, I'm sure you guys know this, but I know there's a lot of new people on the line. You have to hit it twice. So the first time you hit 10 cycles, you're going to get $500. The second time you hit it, you're going to get another $5. So it's a total of $1,000, but Isagenix likes to split those up because we don't want people just hitting a rank one time, right? We want them to be consistent. So number 2 is that 2-star bonus. That's $2,000. Same thing. When you hit 20 cycles, the first time you're going to get that $500. You're going to get that $1,000. The second time you're going to also get that $1,000. But 2-star, you guys, dental hygienist, that is what an average dental hygienist makes, is 2-star money. So if you think about Kathy Coover, our co-founder of Isagenix, she started her professional career as a dental hygienist. That's 2-star money. And Rebecca, I don't know if do you have that other slide share that actually shows the cycles and the yearly income? Yeah, we'll just scroll down a little bit. Here we go. So right here, it kind of shows. So 1-star Golden Circle, that's 10 to 19 cycles, 540 a week up to 1,026 a week. 2-star is right there, 20 cycles to 39 cycles. So you're seeing those incomes. So I would encourage you guys, as you go along with your 90-day game plan, that you get your leaders on a personal one-on-one Zoom call and you look at this chart with them and you say, where do you want to be at the end of this 90-day game plan? What cycles do you want to hit? And really get clear so that they can see, because people don't know what a cycle is when they first come in. I think sometimes those of us that have been in for a while, it's hard to go back and remember, okay, people don't understand this language, so we have to break it down for them. Rebecca's saying, yes, you have to be paid as the week before, right? You have to be paid as that rank the week before so that you can get those bonuses. So thinking about how many people do you know, 2-star Golden Circle will replace a lot of professional working people's incomes, especially here in the United States. And obviously we know we're all over the world, but 2-star income, it's massive. It's so massive for people. Okay, so going down to 3-star Golden Circle. When you hit 3-star Golden Circle, that's 40 to 59 cycles. You're really at a professional level income. This is a lawyer income, you guys. This is an executive in a company income. And again, in our compensation plan, it's only 3-star. There's so much more to grow from there, right? So show people 1-star, 2-star, 3-star. You want to run, you want to build a full-time business. Here's your end goal. 3-star would be that first major goal, because that gives them that freedom day where they're able to quit their job and they have all this residual income coming in. So 3-star is 112,000 to 320 minimum if paid as executive. And then of course, when we get to 4-star, that's CEO income, that's head of a company income. So again, we want to be showing people the ropes. How long have they been working at their profession? How many years of education did it take them to get their current salary? And then showing them how simple it can be. Not easy, right? Because we know it's not easy, but how simple it can be to plug that same financial blueprint into their Isagenix business and then go for it. So I wanted to just go over those fundamentals, but you're going to be doing that throughout your 90-day game plan, is showing people these numbers, showing them the strategies behind rank advancing. And of course, we have all of those amazing upfront bonuses. And they're still going to be earning those cycles and all those other double PIBs and all of that stuff while they're getting to the 1-star, 2-star ranks. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was inside your 90-day game plan, there's a couple pages that I think are really important. And if you don't have your game plan in front of you, I'm just going to give you page numbers to write down that I think are really important. So page 6 to start, we're not going to go through all the content in it, but I just want you guys to go over. I loved this chart that they had about the 2 mindsets. So when you're working with a new person, it's really important for you to kind of go through this with them and see just where is their mindset? Are they really fixed in where they're at? And then how can you help them get over to the green? How can you help them grow their mindset so that they can be open to some of the things that Isagenix offers? So I just love that little page because I thought it was a really powerful visual. And then moving on to page 7. No, that is page 7. Sorry. Moving on to page 31. So you're going to go scroll down a little bit. If you can, Rebecca, that would be awesome. Thank you so much. And I love this because this kind of shows you like how you plan your work. Because one of the things that I've found with leaders is when they step into network marketing, maybe they haven't worked for themselves. They've never been their own CEO. They're not really sure what do those action steps look like. So the 90-day game plan provides that. And so there's a checklist where they're going in, okay, how many text messages did they send today? How many follow-up calls? You want to encourage people to plan their work and then work their plan. And I love what Tanya Kirkpatrick said on stage at Celebration was, see the target, hit the target. That's why we want to go through those rank advancement first. What's their target? Show them how to hit it, and then make sure that they're documenting their action steps every day. So when they get on the phone with you, they're like, oh, this isn't working, or that's not working, or what can I do here? You have a strategy to go back to and go say, okay, let's talk about your work plan. What have you been doing? How have you been doing consistently? And then the last pages of the 90-day game plan that are really, really great for people it's the 34 through 47. You don't have to bring them up, but it's just the daily tracking chart. So it shows them what they're doing, their daily activities. So once they pick their income goal, have them be accountable to these charts because it'll show them their weekly goal, their daily goal, their weekly total, and they'll have a tangible thing to go back, because that's one of the things I find with leaders is like the disorganization process is they don't know, they're not tracking how many people they're talking to. They're not tracking how many rank advancements or how many people they added to their list. So this makes it super, super simple to do. So those are really the core things that I think the 90-day game plan is essential for, because we want to get into massive action, but we also want to be organized in that action and be able to track it. So these are brilliant. And of course, you can just print this on Isagenix Business. So real quick, then going into the promotions that we have, how do we incorporate someone's income goal, whether it's our own personal goal or our team's goal, and plug that into the promotions that Isagenix is offering? Well, first of all, we're in January Jolt right now, which is super exciting. So we really want to use this next week to be just a massive blitz week where you're reaching out to people, because that January Jolt income, an extra $1,000 for 12 enrollments, guys, that's huge for people. Even the $200 bonus, the $500 bonus, show people the money of how, pull these up online, send them to them. Say, if you have 5 friends that would want to get healthy with you, if you do that, you're going to make an extra 200. If you have 8 to 12 friends, just step them into that, because they're not going to understand all of this at once. Then the next promo that we have, because we already did a training on January Jolt, so we're not going to go into those specifics, but you guys can pull those contests up and read about them if you haven't already, and make sure that they're plugged into your team groups as well. And then the February Frenzy, this is a really great opportunity to connect with corporate. And there's so many different, they've got East Coast, West Coast, they've got all sorts of stuff going on, and they're selling out like crazy. But new members that go, they get free enrollment. Associates that bring new members, if they sign up, they get free enrollment at these events. And it's just a small way for them to plug into the culture and plug into the events. And we know that event building and building to events and getting your people to events is life-changing. Like I had a brand new girl come to NYKO. She flew in from Baltimore, and this was her first event. She sat there. Her husband's a chiropractor. She texted me last night. She's like, I'm going to retire my husband from his practice. Like, she was so fired up from her first event. And we see that over and over and over again. So these are these little mini events that we can really plug our people into. And as you can see, they were sold out, but then now they're reopening them. San Francisco's reopened. LA's sold out. There's Spanish presentations as well. So what I would encourage you to do is maybe put a post in, I know we've got different teams on here right now. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a post in my business group, and where is everybody located in the world? Because obviously people are bringing different people in, and you don't always know what state they might be from. And as your team grows, it gets kind of almost impossible to keep up with, right? So a lot of times I'll put a post like, where in the world do you live? We'd love to know where our team is growing. And people will comment, and then you can kind of see where some leaders in the group or potential leaders in the group might be located geographically, And you can go onto the February Frenzy chart and say, hey, did you know our corporate staff's going to be there having this awesome event? It'd be great to get you down there so that you can, I know you love our group, you're active in our group and you're seeing that, but it'd be great to get belly to belly and see you at these events. So just another fun thing that Isagenix is offering that they don't have to do, that they're giving to us. So it's really, really fun. And in regards to that, the January Jolt, February Frenzy, I really feel like that all bleeds back into the Welcome Back campaign. And I've personally had a lot of success with the Welcome Back campaign. And for those of you that haven't been doing this yet, go into your back office, pull your personally enrolled details. You're going to see all of your green highlighted members that are eligible for the Welcome Back promotion. Let them know they get free enrollment, free shipping on a qualified order over 150 BV, and they get the spot in your team again. And I guarantee if you've been building a while and these people fell off, they're going to have a pretty blessed position to walk back into. So I've had multiple new enrollments, just reaching out, and the website's great. Welcome Back. isagenixwelcomeback.com. There's templates on there. You don't even have to reinvent the wheel and know what you're going to say. You just copy and paste the template, make it a little bit personal, plug it into an email, reach out to people on social media. Okay. And in regards to some of the things that Rebecca and I are going to be doing, we are going to be doing some sort of virtual launch party this coming Tuesday. I'm going to let Rebecca talk about it at the end of this call. But that's a great way to get that last January jolt, because we're really a week out of when we can start to get these enrollments in. And so if you're only halfway to your goal or whatever goal you set at the beginning of the year when that campaign was launched, we want to make sure that we're not just hitting that, but we're helping our people get their 8, 11, 12 plus customers into their organizations. So really that's all I really wanted to share with you guys, was just the get clear on your income goals. If you've been in Isagenix for a while, reset your income goal. Like maybe you've been going for a goal for a while, or maybe you hit it and then you're not paid as. Get crystal clear on that, because that will help you with your team get crystal clear on their goals. And if we're not showing people the roadmap and we're not showing them the target, then they have no idea how to get there, especially when they're brand new in the company. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys. I have the pleasure and honor of introducing my beautiful friend, Rebecca. She's an amazing trainer. She's a 5-star Golden Circle, 3-star Crystal Executive. She's absolutely crushing in Isagenix. She was number 2 in leadership pools. You saw her beautiful face up on the boards at NYKO. So Becca's going to share with us some of her top tips and takeaways from NYKO. So take it away, Rebecca. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brittany. And for those of you that are not on Brittany's team, or you don't know this, or on my team, since I didn't introduce her before she started, she's a 4-star Golden Circle, 1-star Crystal Exec, Start 1000 member. And I think one of the most amazing things for a lot of you on this call that don't know her is she's been doing this for a while. She really has grown in her business, just as she's grown in her person, which I'll be talking about. But she works about 3 hours a day. Obviously very focused. She's got 3 kids. She has all of them home with her today. She works about 3 hours a day, and she is right at that 6-figure income mark. And that's incredible. I mean, where else can you work from home 3 hours a day and, again, make an executive income? Amazing. So thank you so much, Brittany. And I'm so grateful. And one of the things that we're excited about these calls, and I know we've kind of changed up my team calls, and we've also opened this up to other leaders, because we really believe in that one team mentality. And it's yes, we like each other and of course want to train together, but it's also because I don't just want to be telling my team, this is what we should be doing. I want to give my team the exposure to other leaders that are doing things successfully, who they might resonate with. I have a corporate America background. I have a lot of people on my team that don't. So we want to make sure you're getting to hear from people that have different philosophies and different takes. And while absolutely the things that you do to be successful are more or less the same things, it's personally enrolling people and rank advancing people. Sometimes the skills and the ways to do that can be a little bit different. So you're going to find that sweet spot of what works for you while following the tracks that Isagenix provides. Okay, so I am so excited to talk about the topic I'm going to talk about. And again, I think how many of you, I just want to see by a show of hands, keep your hands up. How many of you I realized I didn't pin my video, the speaker video. Oops. So if you're watching this recording later, let's see how I do this. You might be seeing all of us on here, and that's totally fine. I will pin that now. Okay, perfect. So how many of you did you attend or watch the live stream? Just keep your hands up for a second. Okay, so there's a lot of you on the call that did not. So I'm going to go over something that was really the closing, and it was Chris Harder, and it was the 5 Gs. And I'm going to give you all 5 Gs today. And it's not actually $5,000, but what I will say is if you do this, and you put it into practice, that has the capability to bring you much more than $5,000 into your life. So we're going to do this as a workshop part of the call, meaning that I'm not just going to talk at you, and we're going to plan in a couple of minutes to have you actually set goals on this call. Because one of the amazing things about events, whether that's live events or a call like this that's an event, one of the amazing things about events is you're going to get so many ideas, but if you don't put those into action, if you don't actually use the information, you're not going to move forward. So the 5 G's are this. Number 1, goals. Okay. Number 2, game plan or strategy. It's what are those actions you're actually taking. Number 3 is your group, the people that you're surrounding yourself with, which many of you have heard. You're the sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. We're going to talk about that. It's who are you running with. And right now during a 90-day game plan, I encourage you that your group, a lot of them are going to be the people you're running hand in hand in business with. Number 4 is gratitude. And number 5 is giving. And we're actually going to go over different pages in the 90-day game plan. So I will screen share. Hopefully you have a copy or you've got a copy that you've printed out. Okay. And at the end, we're just going to do some really quick business announcements. So the first thing is goals. Now, we all know there's a science behind this. I think Harvard published a study that is saying that people that don't write down their goals or don't set goals, well, they don't really move forward in life. But if you write down your goals, just the act of writing them down significantly increases your likelihood of achieving them. And then if you write them down and you look at them on a frequent basis and you develop action steps, it's like 87% of goals are realized. So I want you to make your goals, 1, massively meaningful, and 2, measurable. What does that mean? That means if your goal is to grow your income, you don't say, I want to grow my income. You want to say, how much by? You want to make it a very tangible, measurable goal. So what you're going to do right now is on your 90-day game plan, first thing you're going to do is pull up page 3. And I'm going to go ahead and share on this. I'll find page 3. All right, page 3. So I want you, everyone, really quickly just to set a goal for themselves. And first is a transformation goal, because as Isagenix says, you transform your body, you transform your life, but you also transform your body, you transform your business. And it's very important that we're a product of the product. So first is transformation goal. What do you want to physically achieve? Obviously, finishing an IsaBody, unless you just started one, you won't finish it. But being part of the IsaBody is a huge one. You need to be in an IsaBody, because as a leader, do what I do, don't do what I say. So if you're a leader and you're not in an IsaBody, you're not truly leading by example. So what is your transformational goal? And it might be that get in that second shake a day. It might be doing 2-day cleanses again. I'm going to make it Cleanse Day Wednesdays, which really for me is Tuesday Wednesdays. But I think it was Jim Coover that said, if you have forgotten why you're here, do a 2-day cleanse and you will remember why you want to tell everyone about Isagenix. All right, so transformational goal, take a minute, write that down. And then later I encourage you to go in and fill out the rest. Financial goal. What is your financial goal over the next 90 days? You can write this as you want to, let's say, increase your income by an extra $500 a month. Or maybe if you're brand new, you want to bring in an extra $500 a month or $1,000 a month or $2,000, whatever that is. It might be a cycle growth. I want to grow my cycle. I want to double my cycles. What does that look like? And it might be that you want to hit a rank. But I definitely would make sure that you put in a very specific goal. And make sure they're balanced. So if you want to create, if you want to make $10,000 over the next 90 days, it's especially right now with the welcome back and the double PIBs on President's Pack, that's so doable. But understand that you also need to have a corresponding goal in rank advancements. Like you can't say make $10,000 and hit 1 star. It might be like, I need to hit 3 star or 2 star, make sure that there is a corresponding goals. Okay. So that's first and foremost is writing down those goals. We're going to come back to talking about contribution and team in a moment. So making sure you have those goals. So I know for me, my goal, now this is actually my year-end goal, but I'm going to work this into my 90-day game plan, is my goal is rank advancing my mom and some of the leaders on my left, which is my leg I'm focused on growing the most, rank advancing leaders to 3 and 4 star. Because what that means in my business is an additional $100,000 plus this year. So don't just focus on your goal. In fact, so often when we just focus on our personal goals, we aren't sometimes as motivated to get there. We'll let ourselves down. So what I really am just plead with you to do is focus on your leaders and the people that are running with. Because I know when I was really stagnant in my business, I never had created an executive. And I was like, I've replaced my income. I'm really comfortable. And I wasn't just lit up to build. And I said, you know what? I need to change my focus. So I focused on creating executives. I focused on helping my leaders get to 1 star and 2 stars. And when I started doing that, my business started to massively take off because I was focused on someone else. So going back to really quickly a share screen is, who are you going to rank advance under that team goal? Who are you going to get to 1 star? Who are you going to get to 5 cycle bonus? Start creating those goals and tell those team members, like, here, I'm running with you. Let's get you to your goals. When you focus on helping other people with their paychecks, it will improve your paychecks. All right? And then second, maybe it's leader in action. Maybe it's making sure you double PIB every month, whatever that is. Make those goals measurable. The other thing is, it needs to pull at your heartstrings, because if it doesn't, oh, hey, Bo, hey, little guy. If it doesn't pull at your heartstrings, you're going to quit when it gets tough, and it's just flat out the truth. So it might be to make a massive contribution to your favorite charity, but make sure that it's going to pull at your heartstrings, that there's pain if you don't accomplish that goal. All right, next, number 2 is your game plan. All right, now we have an action plan sitting in front of us, but it's really important that we don't just make a goal, we make steps that we know that we can fulfill it. So I want to have everyone go to, let me find the page 30, share my screen again. And I love that Isagenix gives us these amazing tools. I mean, there's so many great planners and things out there. I mean, there's so many tools, but the reality is we are so fortunate that this little 90-day action plan can really be kind of our Bibles to success on Isagenix. And looking for page 30. All right, so action, not activity, action. So Brittany talked about page 29, which is, again, is so nice because it says, get ready to launch. And then she talked about page 30. So really quickly, I want everyone to fill this out. And again, if you don't have it in front of you, just fill it out on another piece of paper. So first is the top 3 changes you're going to start making you're going to make to achieve your goals. So one is, like, scheduling your time is crucial. Okay, making sure you block in your time. If it doesn't happen, if it's not in your calendar, it's not going to happen. If it's in your calendar, there's still a really good chance something else is going to come up. But you have a much better chance for success if it's in your calendar. What are those 3 goals we just set for those next 90 days? Is it to enroll 20 people? Is it to get that $1,000 bonus in the January Jolt? What are those top 3 goals? And I make these Isagenix goals. Is it to rank advanced 5 people? I mean, maybe it's to get yourself to executive again, or re-hit executive, or hit executive for the first time. But in that time, how are you going to be rank advancing the team? Next is, what is your current rank? Right where you're currently at. Now, I'd encourage you to write what your recognition rank is, and then right next to it, right where you're being paid. Because the reality is, like, I'm a 5-star, but I'm not paid as a 5-star, meaning I'm not cycling 100 times a week. I'm typically paid as a 3-star, somewhere between 3 and 4, somewhere between 40 and 60 cycles a week. And that's the honest truth. And most of you on this call are probably paid at least 1 rank below what your recognition rank is. So I would say, at the very least, your goal should be to get to the rank that you are recognized at on a consistent basis. And then, what is the overall rank you want to achieve by the end of this 90-day action plan? Again, at the very least, being paid as what your recognition rank is, but I would highly encourage everyone to have a push goal. And the reason is that if you want to be paid as the recognition rank, you've got to exceed that rank. So if I want to be paid as a 5-star every week, I need to be hitting 6-star, at least on a high week, a push week. If you're currently a manager, or maybe you're under and you're a manager, but you've had someone fall out, you've got 1 consultant, get to director. The only way to be paid as manager is to get to director. And then, of course, shoot for the stars and hit executive. If you've already hit it, create another 10 consultants. If you've gotten there but you're not paid as, get there. Next is commit and never quit. How many hours a week are you going to spend building your business over the next 90 days? The very easiest thing you can do is take out TV. Now, you might have seen I posted a public event for The Bachelor, but I will tell you, I'm doing that event. One, because one of the girls on my team is on the show. I'm doing that event as a business building event. I'm doing that as inviting people over, and I'm going to share Isagenix. I'll have chocolates out. I'll have Replenish. I'll have some little healthy things. So make sure that you're looking at your activities and saying, are these going to move me forward in my business? I went to Date with Destiny and Tony Robbins in December, and our little team motto that we had for our group was, every day I strive to do my best and be my best. And it's a mantra you repeat. Every day I strive to do my best and be my best. And it makes it really easy when something comes up that is distracting to say, is this activity, is this way of spending my time, is this helping me be my best or do my best? And it makes it really clear on what you should and shouldn't be doing. I'm going to Europe this summer, and this morning I was like, oh, I just got where my friend's staying, their Airbnb. I really wanted to like book the Airbnb. And I said, nope, minimize that screen. This is not helping me get to my goals. It's not helping me be my best and do my best. There's time for that later. Right now, I'm going to work on my 90-day game plan. So just make sure that you are crystal clear on where you're spending your hours. And we're going to show you a tool in here where you can plan that. And the next, how many people are you going to share Isagenix with each week? Again, I would make 2 goals here. I'd make your minimum. The minimum is you should be sharing with 2 people a day. And that's not adding 2 people to your list. You should be adding 2 people to your list. That's actually sharing a tool, sharing a resource, giving them something that is going to move them to making a decision to either get started with you or give you a reason they're not ready that you can give them another tool. So how many people are you going to share per week? At least 5 days a week. I would encourage you on 7 days a week. There's always people to talk to. There's always people to share with. But if your goal is 2 people a day, then that's going to be, I'm going to share with 14 a week, but then make a stretch goal. Now, don't say, I will share with 10 people every single day, because if you don't hit that, you're going to feel disappointed. You don't want to stop. But your minimum, and then what is your stretch goal? And then to reach your goals, you will do what? How many new members are you going to get started? I'd make one goal by January, 30 days this month or 31? Well, however many days, I think it's 31 this month. Yes, 31. By January 31st, I'm going to get 12 people started, however many it is for that January jolt. How many people will you personally develop? If you're saying that you're going to, in the next 90 days, get 20 people started, and that really should be your goal, then how many people are you going to get to consultant? 10. How many to manager? Out of that 10, I want to get another 4 to manager. How many am I going to get to director? I'm going to get 2 out of that 10. How many to executive? 1 out of that 10. Whatever those numbers are, write them down. They will not happen unless you set a goal. Success is not an accidental thing. And then by what date? And then improve retention. I have a board. I'm going to share this with you for a sec. I got to stand up. But I have a board, and I just reset it. And on here, it has the name of the person, their enrollment date. If they're in, this actually isn't updated because these people are in, they're in actually all in IsaBody except for 1. So 3 out of the 6 are in IsaBody. Your IsaBody date, their auto ship date, and then when their auto ship's happening. And then if you've got a leaderboard, these are everyone that has expressed interest in building Isagenix. I'm reaching out and I'm tracking. Are they to consultant? Are they to manager? Where are they at? And that keeps it on my mind. And you don't have to have a huge board. You could just have a piece of paper, but something that's in front of you, something that you see every day that's on your desk. So how many people are you going to help compete in IsaBody Challenge? Now, don't just talk to your leaders. Reach out to your product users. Reach out to the Welcome Back campaign. We have so many tools. Get people in an IsaBody Challenge. Get them in a Healthy Mind and Body program. And then sign it. And what I would encourage you to do when you sign it is take a picture of it or make a copy of it. Send it to your mentor that you're working with. So if you're on Brittany's team, send it to Brittany. If you're on my team, send it to me. Or send it to your enrolling sponsor. Maybe they're not even business building. Maybe you're working with someone else. Send it to your sponsor. Who knows? They might say, you know what? They might get so inspired by you, they want to build too. And then also, if you have a millionaire in your upline, send it to them. Send it to the next person above your mentor that's a millionaire so that you are accountable. And then secondly, send it to someone else that you believe in that's not even in your business. Maybe it's a great friend that's supportive of you. Maybe it's your spouse. I mean, the more the merrier, right? Because the more people you share your goals with, the more likely you are not only to commit to them, but also the more likely that somebody that's amazing and positive in your life that's not in your Isagenix team may say, wow, this is really amazing. Not only that they're creating these goals, but also the passion that they have. And who knows, maybe it's time for them. I know I wrote some people down that are not in my business, but supportive, that I am inspired to have join my business this year in this 90-day game plan. Okay, next. So that's game plan, but very specific things. So what is that specific game plan? And I'm going to share again. I know we're going a little long, but I promise you we're going to bring some great value. Okay, so it's got I think Brittany brought up this page. Are you full-time or part-time? It's got some activities. But you guys, this next sheet Schedule. We talked about schedule. Print these out. Fill it out. If you don't already have a planner, this is all you really need. If you have a planner, great, but just make sure you're filling it out. If you have a planner, keep it on your desk and make sure you're following that schedule. Okay, and then this is just like my favorite thing ever. Corporate showed me this and I'm like, oh my gosh, where have you been all my life? Print one of these out. This is just showing a template, but this is showing you the daily activities that it takes to be successful. So your healthy mind and body. Now that's not an income producing activity, but it's something that's going to get your mind in the right spot to do everything else on this list. How many team members are you reaching out to get in an IsaBody? That's going to retention. That's going to grow your order basket. Rank advancing is not just about enrolling people. It's not just about blitzes. Those are vital. It's also about retention. It's about giving people a great product experience. And it's about people ordering more, which grows your order basket. Because if you need a rank advance to 1-star, and let's just say that that's 3,000 BV on one side, you could enroll, how many is that? That's like 15 people at 150 BV. No, it's like 8 people at 150 BV. Or you could get 5 already product users in an IsaBody challenge, and that's going to increase their order basket. So there's so many different ways you can do it. How many initial contacts? How many appointments or presentations, launch parties? Now that can be in person, that can be over Zoom, that can be over a phone call. How many follow-ups are you doing? How many 3-way calls to help rank advance your team or yourself or help them with new enrollments? How many referrals are you getting or asking for? If you're not in a business networking group, whether that's a BNI or a LaTip or some type of networking group, go out and look at joining one. How many new contacts are you adding to your list? Yesterday, Saturday night, I was exhausted after NYKO. I was so tired. But there were 3 people I talked to. The guy when I returned my rental car, and I just said, thank you so much for your service. He was really genuine. And I said, hey, do you keep your, do you love what you do? He works at Thrifty Car Rental. It's highly unlikely he loves what he does. And he said, no, and I want to be out of Phoenix in the summer. It's horrible here. I said, well, do you keep your opportunities open or your possibilities open for other opportunities? He goes, absolutely. I said, you on Facebook? Got his info. And I just said, hey, if you were really serious about looking for new opportunities, I would love to chat. He said, I'm absolutely serious. I sent him a link, or I sent him a tool to start your life. And I sent him a podcast I did. And then I'm going to follow up. I connected with another woman on the shuttle bus who's exhausted. She just actually wanted information on my attorney, who's awesome. But I'm going to follow up about being exhausted and traveling all the time. So connect with people. And then I saw 2 ISA people on the plane. So I was like, I can't recruit you, but we're going to game plan. And it was actually 2 of Brittany's team who are amazing, Elaine and yeah, I can't remember the other girl. But last name's Pizzy. But we connected.
Jordan.
Yes, exactly, Jordan. And we game planned, and that's also important. Adding to your list, business training. Business training isn't an income producing activity, but it's something you should be doing. Whether you're on a call like this, you guys are committed, you're watching a call. I mean, if you're folding laundry, you can be listening to a podcast. Personal development. You're only going to grow your business to the amount you grow yourself. And it is so true. And one thing like that Chris Harder said, and I've got to find the notes for this, but one thing that he said that I just so resonated with is that you are going, let's see if I can find it. Because the way that he said it was so good. Here it is. You don't get good at Isagenix, you get good at doing you. You have what it takes to build your dreams. It's not a business block that keeps you. It's a personal block. If you grow yourself, the journey is the reward, not the income. And I can tell you that years ago, I grew a really amazing income in real estate and a lot of wealth from it. And I lost it all, or I know where it went, but it all disappeared when the market crashed. And I walked out of it and I said, wow, I felt like I literally spent 5 years of my life for nothing because I had built something that went away. And yes, I had experience, but I didn't really enjoy it. And the amazing thing now is if my income went I lost everything tomorrow, one, I have a residual income, but the second is where I am now is an entirely different person than where I was 4 years ago. And that's something that you've got to realize is the more you grow yourself, the more you're going to grow your business. Okay, next let's move on to group. Now this is the kind of the shorter part of the call, but who are the people you're surrounding yourself with? And it was so funny because, write down these people. Write down the 5 people that are positive. They don't have to be in your team, but they're the people that are just a positive group to be around. And I wrote these people down. And it was so funny because I sent Brittany my notes and she was on them. She was one of my 5, but write them down. Now, maybe they're not people that are on your team, but maybe they're people you want to join your team and say, hey, you are someone I wrote down. And how do you find them? Be good, so good at what you do that people ask to be a part of what you do. They might just say, I don't know what it is that you do, but like, I want to know more. But be so good, be so charismatic, be so passionate. And then your downline, who are you dragging instead of setting the pace for? I'm not saying forget about people. I mean, if there's someone that wanted to build a long time ago, reach back out and say, where are you at? Say, I'm committed to helping people get to their goals. Are you in a mindset where you're really ready to run? But if someone isn't showing up, don't drag them along. Give them love, give them the opportunity to show up, but don't spend all your time and energy dragging. Okay? But write down those 5 people. Who are those 5 people that you're spending your time with? And who are those people? Here's 10. Who are those people that you're going to get to Crystal Executive? Who are those people on your team maybe that are product users that you're committed to getting? Who are those people that said that they want to do this? Write those people down. And number 4 is gratitude. Now, this is an easy one, Isagenix, sometimes in anything, to get frustrated. Maybe you didn't have as many people at an event as you wanted. You've got the February frenzy coming up. How are you setting intentions to get a lot of people there? Well, what I would say is be grateful for what you currently have. When you wake up in the morning, I love Chris Harder and Lori Harder. They do, I am happier, healthier, wealthier, and more fit than I was yesterday. Write that down. I am happier, healthier, wealthier, and more fit than I was yesterday. But then in the morning, do a stream of consciousness. Write it down or say it out loud. I like to say it to someone else. I like to say it to my husband. I'm like, I'm grateful for, and literally today, I'm grateful for my healthy body. I'm grateful for my son. I'm grateful for waking up next to my husband. I'm grateful we did date night last night. I'm grateful for a calling that I love that gives us the ability to invent ourselves over and over again, that allows us to grow our business as much as we're willing to grow ourselves. I'm grateful for my home. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my Ionics. I'm grateful that I am out of eShots, but they're coming on Wednesday. So just be grateful. Be grateful if you have one person showing up on this call. Don't be ungrateful for what you don't have yet. Be grateful for what you have, because it's going to get more of what you want. But be grateful for your skills. Be grateful for your results. Be grateful for your connections. The moment you wake up, determine your day by controlling your attitude. So do it first thing in the morning, and you can also do gratitude at night. The other thing is, if you're ever stressed out or anxious, or you're in a moment where you're really challenged by something, express gratitude. Okay? Maybe you had a team member that was awesome and they just disappeared. Say, I am so grateful that I have people coming into my life that I can hold space for. I am so grateful that I literally can find, like I had a call this morning with a girl from LinkedIn. I didn't know who she was. Phenomenal. No, who knows where it'll go, but I'm so excited about her. I'm so grateful for an opportunity. And every single person you share with could be a new opportunity. Okay, and then gratitude for your team. How do you show gratitude is recognition. Recognize them on Facebook. Recognize them publicly. Even if you're not posting Isagenix on your public page, recognize someone for doing something amazing. Recognition is what people stay for, especially in business. I know when I started Isagenix, I didn't think I needed an income opportunity, but what got me so interested was the recognition. I accidentally enrolled someone and I got recognized on a team call, and I was like, that felt really good. Wow. So recognition for that first cycle, for that first enrollment, for that first rank advancement, making sure people are recognized, because they're not recognized in corporate America ever, like ever. Okay. IsaPulse, utilize that and recognize actions, not just results. So like Jessica Bird Hagstead, I want to recognize you. Last week, Jessica set up 3 three-way calls with me. Now, she had 2 people that ended up flaking on the calls or deciding not to do the calls. But the important thing is she had 3 calls set up. Those actions, I said, listen, you don't have to have every call be a home run. And some people aren't going to get on the calls, but if you don't get up to bat, you're never going to knock one out of the park. So Jessica, I want to recognize you for doing the action. And what we recognize will repeat. So if we're recognizing our team, those behaviors are going to repeat. But IsaPulse every day. And then the last G is, there's one more. G is giving. So where are you giving? Where are you giving of your time? And even in Isagenix, I believe in tithing. So 90% of my income goes to me, 10% goes to something I'm passionate about, whether that's a church, a cause, a charity, someone in need. But our time, 90% of your time, 80 to 90, focus on what you need to do to rank advance yourself and your team, to personally enroll yourself, to support your team. That other 10%, where can you give your time to help someone else? And a lot of times it might be on a training call. It might be on something that may not benefit for you, but you're giving out there. The other thing is, how much do you want to give this year? When you wrote down that income goal, write down 10% of that. So if your income goal was $100,000, how is it going to feel to give away $10,000? How is it going to feel to be a 5-figure giver? How much would you like to give and to whom? How is that going to impact them? Because I know when I said my goal this year is 500,000 in my business, that's really scary because it's over double what I earned this last year. So I wrote that goal and I'm like, okay, that's really scary. But then I was like, okay, what's really going to motivate me to get there? Is that if I earn 5,000, that means I'm giving away $50,000. That's freaking motivating. It's really motivating that I'm committed to growing my mother's business to a 4-star so that she can retire, because I want her to come watch my little guy more. Not that I don't want him with me, but like I want to bring her on trips. I won the ISA cruise and bringing my mom to watch Luca because she's coming too, cruising with the babies. So where can you give? Root into that, because on hard days, that's going to be what moves you forward. And then the last part, and this is what Chris Carter challenged us to do, and I'm challenging you to do it, is these 5 Gs. Make them part of your practice, but then give them away, share them, do a Facebook Live. And you can share your Isagenix goals, or you can just share, hey, these are the 5 goals of highly successful people. These are the 5 things that people that are really developed and successful, not just financially, but in their lives, in rich relationships and rich experiences, these are what they do. And share that with your team and share that with others. All right. That's all I have. I know the last thing I think Brittany and I were going to share is we're going to do these Monday Zoom calls, Monday trainings. This is going to help you guys rank advance. It's going to help you grow your business, plug people into them. And we're going to have different speakers. It just won't be the 2 of us. We're going to invite other speakers. We're going to have panels. We're going to have all kinds of amazing content. If you're on this call and you are not financially linked to us, we would love to have you, or if you're a leader, we would love to have you on as well, whoever your leaders are. So please, if you think this is a great value and you want to plug your team into it, we would love to have other leaders on this call. And then the last part is, again, we're going to do that virtual launch party next week. We'll be giving more details for that. And we're also going to be announcing, and we'll talk more about this, at least once a month, maybe twice, we're going to be doing a virtual business launch. That'll be in the evenings. We think 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to be doing that so that once a month you can plug someone into the tools. Now, corporate does offer these, and definitely use corporate's tools, the step up to consultant, step up to manager, etc. But it's going to be a very basic call for that person that maybe started out just as a product user and now they're like, hey, people are asking me, what do I do? We're going to walk them through those basic tools of making sure they're in an ISA body, making sure healthy mind and body, log into their back office, and then the first tools of getting someone enrolled. Then that'll just be a nice call you can send someone to, because something like this might be a little overwhelming when they're just getting started. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you taking almost 50 minutes out of your day. Hopefully this is an inspiring lunch hour for you, and you're going to get back into massive, massive action and accomplish all these goals. Brittany, anything else to add?
Thank you so much, Rebecca. Isn't she amazing, you guys? I just wanted to, this was just heavy on my heart, so I don't know who on this call needs to hear this, but I'm just going to share it really fast. I've been in Isagenix for 10 years, and I think it's really easy to come back from an event fired up, but also comparing yourself to the other leaders that you just saw walk across the stage, comparing yourself to the thing that's on your badge that's not the same as the person next to you, or whatever. I think we all do it, and on social media and in our company, I think it's really easy to do that. But I kind of had to give my head a shake this weekend, because I was sitting there, away from my 3 children. As you see, I'm like building this business in the pockets of my life. Like Rebecca said, I work about 16 hours a week. I work in 15-minute chunks a day because sometimes that's all I have. And I made $97,000 last year. So I'm proud of that. And it took me a minute. Like, I was watching all these millionaires walk across stage and people I've known for years and looked up to for years. And I'm like, gosh, I didn't hit it again this year. And I had to really check my gratitude and be like, where else in the world could I stay home with my 3 babies? My husband's a fireman, work 16 to 20 hours a week and make a corporate level salary income sitting on a Zoom call in my sweatpants with you guys with my baby on my chest. Like, so when you're setting these goals, like, don't set the goals for it's exactly what Peta talked about. Like, don't borrow someone else's goals. If it feels right for you and your family, focus in on that vision and just be grateful. Be grateful for every cycle. I still get excited, you guys, at $54. One cycle, I still get excited. And I've cycled every single week since I enrolled in this company when I was 25 years old. I have never missed a week making residual income. And I'm so grateful to my core for it. So just remember that when you're goal setting with your team, give them the long-term vision and let them know, just never quit. If I had quit 5 years ago when I had a target, you're going to hit those wall kicking moments, but don't quit, keep going. And I don't know who was meant to hear that, but somebody on here has maybe been in a while and feeling frustrated. Like, I get it. I totally feel you. Don't give up. Link arms with people that have a vision with you and know that your leaders are coming. Okay. So I love you guys. God bless. Have an awesome day. Thank you, Rebecca. And thank you guys for being on.